Hello, everybody. Guess what? This is Thursday. So it's time for Thursday Thoughts with Merle and Patty. And guess who's here?
Merle and Patty, depending
Patty.
on which way your phone is working.
Yeah.
I'm Patty. She's Merle.
Aha.
This was formerly known as Monday Morning with Merle and Patty, and now it's Thursday Thoughts with Merle and Patty because we like Thursdays better. We're glad that you are here. Um, this is where we talk about all things relationships because Merle is the relationship miracle worker, and I'm your neighborhood psychic medium, good witch, and life coach of sorts. So, what are we talking about today, Merle?
Well, I think we're talking about an SOS, bringing sexy back.
Bringing sexy back. I like that.
I think we're gonna. It's probably more in tune with people that are staying at home with their romantic partner, possibly spouse, whatever, and the tension. One of the things that pandemics has brought to the fore in most everybody's house is tension. There's a lot of different people have different things to be upset about. But we can all manage to find something to be upset about. And that doesn't necessarily jive with a nice, smooth, harmonious sex life.
Right, right.
So that's a problem.
Right.
Now, number one, the problem can stem from one partner or the other. Depends, and probably from one partner this time and from the other partner the other time, because the tension is pervasive throughout the entire world, let alone your house. So,
Yeah.
what do you think are some good solutions for that?
I think awareness is always my first answer to everything. Awareness that, your partner might be extra grumpy, extra distant, extra not because they're fearful. They're worried about going back to work ever. They're worried about getting sick, the children, their parents, whatever along the way. And that affects us in different ways. I think that's a big one, a little more understanding there. And maybe we have to try a little harder from our end. The other answer you and I always go to is don't take it personally. It doesn't have to be about us. It's about them. It's not, I'm not attractive anymore. He doesn't love me anymore. She doesn't love me anymore. But on that attractive thing, this is a big realization I made as I sit here in my sweats and not being made up. We may not be feeling the sexy ourselves. I realized I don't go out, but I did a podcast the other day when I'm like, I have to get out of my sweats. And I put on like my grown up undergarments, TMI, for like the first time in 2 months. I'm like, wow, that's, somebody does see me. My husband sees me if nobody else does. So, maybe I could take just a little bit more care so I could feel the sexy, so he could feel the sexy.
I don't have purple in my hair anymore. You want to talk about being upset about how you look?
I I just got the best news yesterday. My hairdresser might find a way to be able to do my hair in a week or so.
Oh
Been
my
since
God.
January. Masks and gloves and this and hazmat suit. Cut my hair off so she could bring it back. We'll figure out a way because it's been too long.
Yes,
And you
yes.
need your purple back. You need.
So,
I can bring over a purple Sharpie, Merle. Hand it through the door. Six.
you know what?
It might work. Sharpies
I
are the
might
key to
try
almost everything.
it.
I've
My
fixed
hair.
in furniture with Sharpies. I've fixed uh, bleach stains on black clothes with Sharpies. Why not put purple in your hair? They have a fabulous purple Sharpie. Yeah.
So that's it. I mean, there's proof that you need compassion. You need compassion for your partner, and you need compassion for yourself, because we're all in this together.
Yeah.
That's not cool for sex. Well, depending
It is.
on
Depending on your tastes.
your interest.
So that's probably going to be a while, that coming back in the big groups.
Right. Oh, well, that's true.
That lifestyle may take a bit longer or not.
So, some of the things, okay, so one of the things you said is to have understanding and compassion, both of yourself and himself. And that when it's himself or the other self that's in your partnership that's being grumpy, it's not because you're not attractive and you're not this or you're not that. It has nothing to do with you. It has simply got to do with your partner is stressed and upset. Even if you're not at this moment, you probably were yesterday or 5 minutes ago.
Right.
So each of you share this problem to deal with, and each of you, since each person in the partnership are a different person, is a different person, um, so you deal with it a little differently. So this understanding and compassion is really important. But
Right.
that doesn't mean that you can just, you don't have to cross it off your list either. You can, let's see what we can do about this.
Right.
First thing is not to throw them out of the house, or for not to let yourself get thrown out of the house, because that's not necessary. But I think certainly sometimes for women, sometimes women take a little coaxing and allowing themselves to be coaxed in order to get in the mood. And then once they get in the mood, life is good again.
Yeah.
And for guys, there are they take everything personal themselves, so they're afraid, oh, I can't perform the way I normally do because I'm so upset and this and that and the other thing. And like you said before about men, everything is into their masculinity and all that kind of stuff. It's terribly important for them. So let's have the compassion and say, what can we do? We can have a date night. A date night used to be going out. This time, a date night is let's watch a movie.
Right.
Let's make a special dinner. Let's play. How about games? Some people like to play. Well, I just thought of a different kind of game, but anyway.
Because we're talking text.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
whatever.
we're both good at that. We're both date nights. Again, we both have very busy separate lives and our spouses. We're both career girls. But we both take time to have date nights. Olden days, it would be go out to a nice dinner or whatever. Now it's at home. Carrie is again, it shows in my waistline, but been making these beautiful dinners for us and wine pairings. And we're sitting down to these beautiful meals. And we are playing games for the first time in our 20 years together. He found somewhere a 1983 version of Trivial Pursuit, which is really funny questions from 1983 because they're
Oh.
current affairs like, who are they talking about? This year's sports winner, this year's host of so and so show. But we really enjoyed it. So, but it takes a conscious effort.
Yes, yes. That's, excuse me, that's exactly on target, the right thing to say. It takes a conscious effort. So it needs to be intentional. You can't just say, well, it'll work out. No, 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 no. It may not work out. You have to plan it. Plan it in your head. You can write it down or not, and then perform your plan and perform or not. It doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter whether you have sex or not. It matters that you feel good together or not. And you each have to understand that, and you need to help each other understand that it's not a matter of performance, although that's pretty nice. It's a matter of intimacy, caring, connection. That thing that made you get married rather than just do it with another person, another person, another person. That connection, that's 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 what you're planning on, and that is the steps that you're taking to get to.
And it is, and it's the nurturing part, which could just be a hug while you're sitting down. Right now, if we ever need nurturing, right now is when we need nurturing because of all the uncertainty and all the fear. And we have phones that ring in the background. I don't know how to turn them off, but yeah, we need to nurture ourselves, and we need to nurture those who need nurturing around us.
Yeah, yeah, that's
11,
that's
11.
totally it.
Somebody just said it was 11, 11.
It's 11:11.
It's 11, 11. It's time to make a wish. It's the angel numbers. It's the magic numbers. It's the sacred numbers. It's the 11, 11 numbers. All right. So at this moment in time, when we remember to get there in time, or somebody fabulous reminds us,
Purpose.
that was
Yeah.
good. Thank you. I don't even know who did that. I just saw the reminder. We usually make a little wish that we close our eyes for just a second and think about. So why don't we think a little bit about bringing the sexy back? Even if you're not in a relationship, a partnership, and you're single, you're living even by yourself, or you're with just regular roommates. Again, just that self-love, that self, because hopefully almost everybody is doing more video talking or like this. Because if you're not, it's a really easy thing to do. Call your friends, call your family, FaceTime, Facebook video messenger, Zoom, WhatsApp. There's 1,000 different ways to do it. So let's just close our eyes for a minute, take a deep breath. Hi, Alicia. Alicia, they're your
It's
numbers.
our
They're everybody's
numbers.
numbers. Yay.
Yay.
So close your eyes, take a deep breath. Breathe in the sensuality, the sexuality. Breathe out. Breathe it back in. And breathe out. You might even feel a little bit in the base of your spine, that little Kundalini energy, just feeling it. And start that love with just yourself. Because again, if you're not feeling sexy for you, you're not going to feel it for anybody else, even if it's just your mailman coming to the door to make them happy. I didn't mean that like that. Oh, but just take a deep breath and feel that love, feel that passion for self. Again, start it with yourself. Start it with that sensuality, that sexuality, that nurturing, that love, just love. And then send it out to anyone within your household, anyone next door, people, your delivery person, your mailman person, the people, you know. And feel free to add anything you want to add, Miss Merle.
That's it. Everything
That's it.
starts with yourself.
Everything starts with yourself. So on that, one more deep breath in, exhale out. And everybody do the sexy move for 2 seconds. Sexy. My sexy's a little. We all have a different version of sexy. Mine's a little spastic. But this is what we do. Hey, you guys all have to come back in only 47 minutes, because in 47 minutes we have Merle's Pearls, right?
Merle's Pearls.
What are you talking about for Merle's Pearls today, Merle?
Oh my God, I had it and I forgot already. Oh my gosh.
Well, we can keep it a surprise, and they can just come back in 47 minutes or 46 minutes. Please like us, please follow us. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have YouTube. Check out our books. We both have these fabulous books. Mine's Old World Magic for the Modern World. Merle's is, you have it, I know you have it.
This
right
one, we have this one, you have a choice.
She's got two.
I do want to say that starting June 1st, I'm putting on a webinar series called How to Sail Through Every Crisis in Your Life Without Sinking the Ship. So we might as well learn something out of this coronavirus thing. And it's not going to be the last crisis in your life. It may be I hope it's the last crisis you share with the entire world. But we're all going to have crises as we live through life. And I've got some clues for you to make it easier.
Sounds good. So
Yep.
come back at noon and come back to the workshop that you're having, and we've got all sorts of great things. So PattyNegri.com,
Check
PattyNegri,
her out.
and Merle Relationship Miracle.
Miracleworker.com
So
/ webinar. You can sign up.
thank you very much, you guys. Bring your sexy back. Bring your sexy back. Bring your sexy back.